The Braddock Point Lighthouse is actually located on Bogus Point, 3 miles to the west. It was supposed to be erected on Braddock Bay, but Bogus Point stuck out farther. Architect Lieutenant Colonel Jared A. Smith based his design on the 1829 Cleveland Light, which was torn down in 1895. The ornate brass lantern, Fresnel lens, and metalwork from the Cleveland Light were used to complete the Braddock Light.
You see, they actually took the Cleveland Lighthouse, which had been decommissioned, took it apart, sent the stairwell and the lamp in the tower in crates, sent it up to Hilton, New York, because they needed a lighthouse that was tall enough to project 15 miles out into the lake. They found, when they built it, of course, within the first 3 months, that there were structural problems. Though the tower had been a great success on Lake Erie, which is a much more shallow lake, Lake Ontario was a much more fierce and difficult environment for it. So bricks were falling out, hitting people in the head in the first 3 months. And they actually installed the oil system improperly, and there was nearly a fire that burned down the lighthouse.
Completed in 1896, the complex included the Victorian Keeper's House and the 110-foot red brick octagonal tower. Keepers of Braddock Point climbed the tower's 118 circular steps at least twice a day to maintain what was considered to be the brightest light on Lake Ontario. The lens transmitted a powerful 20,000 candle power beam, visible some 18 miles out on the lake, its light guiding ships passing eastward to Rochester or westward towards the upper Great Lakes. There used to be a road out in front of the lighthouse, between the lighthouse and the lake, but in 1972, Lake Ontario overflowed its banks and the road was lost. The Braddock Point Lighthouse operated for nearly 60 years and was extinguished on January 1, 1954. Shortly thereafter, the U.S. Coast Guard removed the upper 2/3 of the tower due to extensive structural damage. As the property lay vacant, trespassers used and misused the building, knocking out windows and exposing the structure to the harsh elements. Soon, the house was full of debris and in ill repair. New owners bought the house in 1986 and restored the house to its original beauty, making every attempt to renovate and furnish the house as it might have appeared in the early 1900s. The tower was rebuilt in 1995 to a height of 55 feet. The Coast Guard relit the light on February 28, 1996, installing more modern lighting in recent years.
It is still a functioning light. It's unusual for an old lighthouse to still be active, but we are one of the few active lighthouses in the United States. It has an $18,000 LED lens that projects about 14 miles out into the lake. It uses low voltage, it doesn't need high voltage, and I was concerned when the Coast Guards were working on it. I wanted to know how long this light was going to last, and they told me my grandchildren would see it, which is absolutely incredible. So you can see technology has really progressed. We've gone from having a lighthouse that ran on kerosene oil to now using such a minimal amount of electricity as it can project on nearly the same distance. It's quite incredible.
In 2008, the lighthouse was once again sold, and in 2010, the new owners opened the lighthouse as a year-round bed and breakfast.
The thing that attracts me to the Braddock Point Lighthouse are the lives that have touched it, the families. You can't compile that in just one structure, but so many folks have taken care of and tended to this location that it's inspiring, and it inspires me. People inspire me, and having guests here at the lighthouse, seeing their faces light up during the tours has been something that's special to me.
Now available on DVD or Blu-ray, the WPBS-TV production of New York Seaway Lighthouses, featuring the fascinating histories of over 20 different lighthouses along the shores of New York Seaway Trail. Order your copy today.
New York Seaway Lighthouses is sponsored by the Department of the Interior National Park Service and by Taste New York at the North Country Welcome Center overlooking the Thousand Islands Bridge.